Hey there, everybody, and welcome back. For those of you that are interested in using Fiverr or really any kind of freelancing website out there, whether you're looking to buy or sell, stay tuned. I'm going to give you a review as I've been doing both lately. Just kind of want to walk you through what it's like, kind of a day in the life. Is it worth it? Is it legit? So we'll cover all that by the end of this video. Now, before we get started, as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the channel for new content. Now, getting started, because most of you are probably going to want to be buyers, we're going to cover the buying end first. Creating a Fiverr account is very, very simple. You just go to fiverr.com. You're going to sign up in the top right. I've already signed in, but the sign up process is very simple. You do need to enter payment information before you purchase something. Now, I've done a couple transactions on here. So if you want to verify the validity of it, I actually hired a YouTube consultant. I went through and I actually paid someone to design my thumbnails for me for a large portion of my videos. And I think one of the best one of the best options that I can provide as far as proof as to how useful Fiverr can be is if you look at my intro video for this video itself. It's about 10 to 15 seconds. That's actually a service I purchased on Fiverr for someone to make my YouTube intro for me. So just so you can kind of see what the quality of work looks like. So what exactly is Fiverr? If you're looking for someone that can help create music, video animations, digital marketing, they have people on here that will create mobile applications for you. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest marketplaces for talent. Now, I'm specifically referring to Fiverr. There are other websites out there like Upwork where I've heard good things as well. So at this point, I think it boils down to what you need specifically. So here's a couple of tips for finding and actually vetting someone on Fiverr. First, when you're going through, don't pick the first thing that you see. So if you know what you want, so for example, you want an Android app developer, make sure that you're searching through with different criteria, and you're going for people that are highly rated. This may sound obvious, but I also recommend checking reviews. I'm someone who's a little bit nervous nowadays with people who are willing to buy reviews. I just want to make sure that they're authentic. So a lot of Fiverr reviews, if you were to select any of these people, some of them will allow people, when they publish their review, to actually put a thumbnail of the content. So for example, if you're wanting to hire a developer, you could see people who are verified purchasers who are actually putting screenshots of their application. And this applies for other options as well. Now, my overall experience with Fiverr has been amazing. I will say I did purchase from one seller who I believe ended up getting banned from Fiverr at one point. I'm not sharing their information. I was refunded by Fiverr's team. Their customer support team is incredible. So essentially, I purchased from someone. I think that the mistake, in all honesty, was that I was willing to accept an early deadline. So what I would recommend, if you don't have the work in hand, regardless of the problem, Fiverr sellers can extend the time frame. So for example, if you purchased from anyone in these search criteria or search results down here, if we selected any of these options and you decided, all right, I'm going to go with this person, don't allow them to end it early. When you go through the buying process, you're essentially going to be putting that money on hold, from my understanding. And then when you say, I accept this order is complete, then they get paid. It's a lot harder to go back after the fact and say, oh wait, I didn't accept my order, because you're the one who said, yes, I did. So some projects, you need to think about your scope. If someone delivers you a fully functional app, if they haven't published it to the App Store and you don't have a way to preview it, you have no way to know if that content is legitimate. So just make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Only accept an order when you know for a fact that it's complete and you're happy with the work. Fiverr sellers overall want good reviews, so they're usually willing to work with people. So overall, my experience has been great. Like I said, I've really only had one issue on Fiverr, and their customer support team was there to resolve it incredibly quickly. So if you're looking to get people, I haven't tried the app developers, but most of these people, you can review the content in their actual projects, and then you can see what they have done, what they could do. Now, my final warning or recommendation, a lot of these for more technical projects are going to say message me first. you may notice, okay, for example, here's an application developer. If we were to pick any of these people down here, most of them are likely going to say message me first, because what you want may be outside of the scope of what their packages are, and there may be some kind of custom pricing. With Fiverr, typically you're going to get 3 tiers for pricing, and usually it's hard to put everything in there. For example, if you want 30 revisions, it's going to cost a lot more than if you're willing to just take whatever they produce the first time around. So Fiverr does give you the option for revisions. It gives you the option to extend timelines, to make custom orders, to add on. So it's not like you're just picking one of 3 packages. There are a ton of really, really cool options when you're making these purchases to make sure that you're getting what you want and that you can, in fact, get it. Now let's talk about selling on Fiverr. So Fiverr has a couple of cool options. Now up here you can see a refer and get up to $100. So if you want, I'm going to drop my referral link in the description if you want to sign up. Full disclosure, it's obviously going to be benefiting me, but if you like the content of this video, as always, you can just like and subscribe. And then if you sign up for Fiverr, check it out. And hopefully you'll make me some money. Now, jumping into the selling portion, I was a recruiter previously, so I created a Fiverr account just to see what it's like to sell. It's pretty quick to set it up. You basically choose what you want your gig to be called. Most of the gigs are going to start with I will. So if you notice this says I will iOS app developer, they all start with I will, and then your content goes next. You're going to choose your pricing options, your review times, tons of other features to customize it. It's almost like creating a store listing on something like eBay. What do you want to offer? Are you going to offer anything custom? What are the pricing options or schemes that you're going to go with? So it's a really, really cool thing to do. Now, the tricky part is, without having a ton of reviews to get started, you're not going to be as relevant. So when I started my resume writing service, I probably only had a couple people purchase it. Now, I will say I didn't advertise at all. I put it in one YouTube video that I made a while back, and I was able to get a couple people. It was decent passive income. I think that I probably could have tried to advertise more heavily and benefited much more. But overall, if you just want to put it out there, Fiverr takes a small percentage, but considering they're putting it in their marketplace and they're doing all the work, it's honestly a pretty good deal for you overall. And they do give you the option to set up your tax forms. They will make you verify your identity as well. So some tips and tricks: make sure that you're able to find a couple people online. If it's a service, maybe you could find family and friends, as long as you're not violating Fiverr's terms of use and acceptable use policies. They could purchase it. You can actually provide them the service. They could provide previews just to increase your level of legitimacy and likelihood of purchasing. For example, looking down here, if I were to purchase, although this person costs twice as much, or a little bit over twice as much as this individual, I would note that this person has 66 reviews. So I would tend to stray towards one other than the other. However, I don't know anything about this individual's work. So that tends to be the mentality most of us have. So just making sure that you can build up that audience and make a YouTube channel, put it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on social media. You can actually start to advertise it anywhere. And then the clock basically starts when people place the order. So making sure that you respond quickly to people. Your stats are basically going to help to promote you as well. So make sure you respond quickly, you finish orders on time or early when possible, and that you're communicating with people effectively so that they're aware of what you can and can't do. So that pretty much covered everything. Again, it's a pretty straightforward platform. They have a ton of really cool options. You can go to their website, scroll through, and see all of these things that they can do. And you're basically hiring someone as a freelancer, or you're signing up to be a freelancer for someone else. I can verify that I've used the platform. When I had an issue, customer service walked me through everything and were able to refund me. And I had several great interactions where I purchased content that you can all see on my channel as well. So I would highly, highly recommend it. Now, if you have any questions or have any ideas for the next video for me, drop them in the comment box below. I'd love to see it. And also let me know, what's your Fiverr experience been? What's the cool stuff that you've bought? And feel free to put it in the comment box below. I'd love to read it, and I will see you all in the next video.